in my prayers, I thank you. I thank God for everything He's done. I thank Him even the bad experiences because it teaches me, try not to do that again. Um, the bad experiences also teach me of the sovereign God who still loves me and gives me another chance. It gives me a chance to relook, rethink, refocus, re-enter His presence, to lay aside those things that I thought were important and to abide and be by His side and be one with Him. We lose our focus a lot of times and we can become distracted just by simple things, by the concerns of others. And when we get too engaged with the concerns of others instead of redirecting them to the purpose of Christ, we will find that we'll be consumed with the worries of the day that they have, not even your own worries. And that's not God's intended purpose at all. What He wants from us, He just wants surrender. I've said that word more than once. Surrender. Just let go. Just let God be God. When I dealt with esophageal reflux, I'll never forget that. And everything I tried didn't work. Even the things the doctors tried did not work. But what did work was when I said, okay, God, I've been doing it my own way. Now I'm going to let you see what you can do. Did you hear how I said that? I'm going to see what you can do, like I'm trying God. We do it. And I was trying Him, And He offers us to try Him and see. And see, won't He show us miraculous things, beautiful things that we had not even thought or dreamed or even imagined. And who could have thought that someone who was suffering with such a painful experience could come out of it in a day of spending uncompromised, uninterrupted time with God? Now, can that happen for you? I say it absolutely can. But you have to decide, do I really trust Him like that? Do I really, really believe that He can do anything? Come back and look at nature. How He protects the trees and against the winds and the waves of weather. We have seasons here in Ohio, and when you look at the different seasons, you would think when the trees become barren, and will they ever come back to life? Will, the birds ever that have migrated, will they ever return? Will He watch over them and take care of them? And you'll find that they come back. And sometimes they come back more vibrant than ever. But sometimes during that time, as I think about nature, you think about the whole pruning. As I'm sitting here thinking about my own lawn as I look at the trees, we have some trees that need to be cut back because they've overgrown. And it reminds me of John 15 when He talks about, I'm the vine and ye are the branches. He who abides in me bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. And I think about how we cut them back, because if you don't cut back the dead stuff, if God isn't able to take away the dead stuff from us, you know what happens? We potentially can die. We don't flourish. And so He prunes us. Those bad times we experience, I told you through nature you could learn a lot of things. The bad times we experience, God's pruning us. And we have to allow that pruning. He says, can a good tree bear bad fruit, or a bad tree bear good fruit? He's grooming us to be the trees that He wants us to be. The trees that are planted by the rivers of water that bring forth its fruit in its season, whose leaves do not wither, and these are the kinds of things that God is creating for us and has created for us. I sit and I look at the grass. A lot of times when we look at the grass, we think, oh, I got to cut it again. It's growing again. But what if it never grew? What if we never grew? What if we stayed stagnant and in the same place, day after day, moment after moment? We wouldn't like that. That would make us redundant. And that's not living, that's existing. That's just not experiencing life in the way God intended us to experience life. And He wants us to experience it in the beauty and the wonder that it absolutely is.